What's going on, everybody? It's Matt with American 4WD. Hope you're having an awesome day. Today is really cool because number one, I haven't done a shop update in a little bit, but number two, it's like XJ day, and we haven't done a whole lot of XJ, so I thought it'd be really cool. And what we're actually doing is even cooler. So let's start off with the most important, which is XJ day here at American 4WD. So a little bit of background. We had a customer bring in a 2001 blue bone stock XJ. Very clean except for this fender, and everything else was perfect. It was making a noise, so we found out that it had a rod knock and needed a motor. Unfortunately, the customer didn't have the funds to repair it, so weirdly enough, we bought it from him, just to have and maybe get parts off of, and maybe one day put a motor in it and get it back on the street. So that was the idea. Well, I guess today is the day. So we started disassembling and getting everything off of it so we can do a transplant. What was weird is last week, while we were trying to figure out what we're doing with this, oh, by the way, here's what happened to it. So this is supposed to be in there somewhere. It's not supposed to be right there. But we got another black Cherokee. Now this one ran very well, but it's from Michigan, so it's rusty, crusty, blah, blah, blah. So it's turd. So we went ahead and got this one too for very, very, very cheap. So now we have two XJs, one that runs but is a total rust pile, and one that doesn't have a lick of rust. Gorgeous. Interior is fantastic but doesn't run. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this motor and put it in there. We're going to take these axles, which is a high pinion Dana 30 and an 8 1/4, and change out the low pinion Dana 30 and Dana 35. We're going to swap axles. So we're going to swap engine, swap axles. We have a Rusty's long arm kit, upgrade kit, that we're going to be throwing on that with 4-inch springs, shocks, and 35-inch tires. It's going to be pretty freaking wicked, and all this stuff came in this Jeep, which is just amazing. I want to give a shout out to Vince. You are awesome. You are like the coolest guy on this planet. So it's XJ day today. So we're gonna make one good XJ out of two. That's a really nice XJ. Just the engine sucks. Out of two XJs, we're gonna make a really good XJ. So it's XJ day. Nothing really to report on the pig. We got the aluminum radiator. We're just waiting for more parts. So nothing really too new on the pig to report. It's a total mess in here, guys. We've been working nonstop. We've got wheels and tires. We have 3 sets of wheels, 3 sets of tires for 2 different customers that are coming in next week. So the shop is packed with their stuff, plus things that customers that we worked on during the day, like this customer was yesterday. So it's just kind of chilling on this customer's lift kit, boxes, and new tires. So, it's just a mess in here. But anywho, we got some other cool stuff going on. Let's go out here and I'll show you around. So we're doing a shifter bushing on these, which is this is a CJ 1980 something. No, this is 86 CJ. The shifter bushing is blown to pieces, so trying to find it is needle in a haystack, but we're gonna be getting that tomorrow at some point, so I'll put that in there. This customer, he went out and bought a lift kit from a different some manufacturer online. They sent him the wrong stuff, and so now the front spring rates are way too stiff, and so the front end won't even budge an inch, and it's overextending the CVs, which is making the front differential hop. So we got to put new front springs in that, but that'll cure that guy. Well, we got to put new axles in it because they're destroyed. So CV axles, not like axle. Still waiting on yokes for Vince's LJ project that has my JK Rubicon axles under it. Came together really nice. We're just waiting on yokes, 1310 yokes, so we can make the rear drive shaft, but that came out really awesome. We got Mr. Rand's CJ in here, which is super duper nice, super clean. Love these old Jeeps. We did an alternator, and we did some, we rewired the front turn signals, got him going, looking good. If you guys remember, we sent in the front coilovers and rear shocks to Icon because he bought this truck with Icon stuff to get them rebuilt. Well, it's been about 2 months, and they just messaged me back yesterday and said, "Oh, they're back on their way coming to here, so we can actually put those on and get him going." So it's about time. Waiting on parts. We did this little gem right here. It had some custom-made, tube fenders and rock sliders and all this other fun stuff. So we cut all that stuff off and we put on these Mishimoto Highline fenders. And the tube came out to here and went along, and it was a big mess. Had the factory fenders on it, so we took all that crap off, cut that off, ground it down flush, painted it, made it look nice. Installed these Mishimoto Highline fenders. We cut the hood. We installed hood pins. We did the inner fenders. We did the rock sliders. Want to give a big shout out to B2 Powder Coating for powder coating. He did an amazing job. It just looks dirty because our fingers are all over it. We're not actually done with it yet. We have to trim a little bit more off that hood, but otherwise she's done. She's good to go. Don't know what he wants to do about that rear axle shaft though. She's a bit bent, so we're gonna be screwing with that, I'm sure, at some point. But we just got this finished up. Well, not finished because we gotta mess with the hood one more time, but otherwise got that rocking and rolling for the most part. I want to tell everybody about Whitey here. We I don't know if anybody saw it, but we're now proud dealers of Spiderlock, which I love their products. So of course you can't just start selling a product to customers without testing it first. So I decided to give it a shot. So I sold my methods, and I got some Spiderlocks and absolutely love them. So much more protection for the hub and everything else. Not a super fan of the offset because it made it like retardedly wide. Like it's stupid wide right now. So I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe some 40s would cure that, or at least to get more space between the differentials and the ground. But yeah, she's a wide girl. She's wide as crap. That's the only downside, but again, I love these things. These are just so badass. I love the little spider in here and everything, and it's just stupid beefy. I mean, it's retardedly beefy. So those, I'm gonna beat the absolute dog crap out of them. I love the look. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, definitely a much wider girl. She barely fits in the bay. So that's about all we got really going on. But I just want to give a shout out to, or not a shout out, but I just want to let everybody know what we're doing, especially with this XJ, because we're going to be selling it. So once we make one really nice XJ out of two separate XJs, we're going to be selling this guy. So guys, if you've been wanting an XJ, and you've been wanting not like a super duper crawler or nothing crazy, this is going to be a really nice daily driver, but it's going to have some, nice mods to it. It's going to have some 35s. You can it's a weekend warrior daily driver. So if you're looking for a really clean XJ, here, let me show you guys. I mean, this thing is just so freaking clean. I mean, it's just so nice. There's like nothing besides all this crap in there, but it's like it never even been used. And I think the original miles on the body was like 141,000, so it's super low, and there's not a single lick of rust, not one. So if you are wanting a non-rusty, daily drivable, kind of built, super clean XJ, this is it. This is going to be awesome. Will, having fun yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's better than walking on them junky JKs.
Ooh, snap. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know if the audience should let him talk like that. I don't know about that. Chris, you having a good time on this Rusty Crusty? This thing is Rusty Crusty, but of course this motor is good. It doesn't have a hole in the block like that one does. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this motor out, clean it up, freshen it up, and everything else. So it's not going to look like this when it goes into that Jeep. I just saying to everybody. But yeah, that's the idea. Guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Remember, these videos go on YouTube and go on Rumble and go on everything else. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. It just helps us do more cool like this. So appreciate it.